Virus. Viruses do not have cells, and it is very controversial to include them under any kingdom of life. Today we know that viruses can be found nearly anywhere, in the air, oceans, and soil. Single virus particles are very small, about 20 to 250 nanometers in diameter. However, some recently discovered viruses from inside an amoeba range up to 1,000 nanometers in diameter. Viruses do not carry out metabolic processes. Also, they do not possess the necessary machinery to make their own proteins. They do, however, carry genetic information. To date, scientists cannot explain the origins of viruses. A tiny percentage of these are dangerous enough to cause disease. They can infect organisms as diverse as bacteria, plants, and animals. Yet the study of viruses started not in medical science, but in plant science. Viruses are so small and so strange, it would take decades for scientists to agree that they exist at all. In 1886, Adolf Meyer demonstrated that a disease of tobacco plants, tobacco mosaic disease, could be transferred from a diseased plant to a healthy one. In 1892, another scientist, Dmitry Ivanowski, demonstrated that a filter with tiny pores could remove all bacteria from a diseased plant sap. Yet the plant still became diseased. What was in the diseased plant that could move through a tiny filter pore to a healthy plant? It would be many years before it was proved that these filterable infectious particles were not just very small bacteria. The first filterable agent to be described in humans was yellow fever virus in 1901. For some viral diseases, vaccines and antiviral drugs have allowed us to keep infections from spreading widely and have helped sick people to recover. In 1980, the World Health Assembly declared the world free of smallpox. Before that, humans battled smallpox for thousands of years, and the disease killed about 1 in 3 of those it infected. It left the survivors with deep permanent scars and often blindness. One specific virus, known as a coronavirus, was identified in 2019, and it was named SARS-CoV-2. This illness caused the severe respiratory pandemic we know as COVID-19. It is spread through droplets and virus particles released into the air when an infected person breathes, talks, laughs, sings, coughs, or sneezes. Vaccines have now been authorized to prevent the infection. COVID-19 vaccines are miracles of science and the supply chains that carry them. As of June 24, 2021, the biggest vaccine campaign in history in the fight against COVID-19 has given more than 2.8 billion doses across 179 countries. The latest global rate was roughly 42.6 million doses per day. It takes a real coordinated campaign to stop a pandemic.